The film Fed Up is actually a 2014 documentary that investigates the ongoing obesity epidemic in the United States and more specifically how it's affecting the children and future generations. The documentary features the testimony of 4 kids who are all overweight and how their home life is. Their names are Brady Klug, 15, Maggie Valentine, 12, Wesley Randall, who's 13, and Jose Lopez, who is 14, and each of the kids vary in the amount of exercise that they do, but they do all have one thing in common, which is the fact that they have an inability to lose weight and just continue to gain, and they all have low self-confidence. Alongside the children who are examples and direct victims of the obesity epidemic, there are professional opinions and historical context as to how the epidemic was built in the eyes of the director. And the epidemic is believed to actually have started in 1953 when the taboo of exercise was debunked by French physiologist Dr. Jean Mayer, who used overweight mice and smaller mice to correlate exercise and weight gain. And so his discovery led to a surge in exercise from 1980 to the year 2000. But as gym memberships doubled, weight gain also doubled. 1 decade later, 2 of every 3 Americans were overweight, and personally, I do believe that the food industry and soft drink industry are fully aware of the harmful effects that they impose. While the food industry likes to take half-truth and stretch them, the soft drink companies are so busy investing in universities and other healthcare professionals that are supposed to not falsify reports to us. Despite the federal government's attempts to try and intervene time after time, their positive attempts to regulate and mediate were very quickly shut down by food industry, soft drink industry, and almost every other industry imaginable. And due to the allegations, they spewed to the public the industries that they were trying to regulate. They told Americans that the federal government was trying to limit free speech, that they were trying to tell them what they can't eat, and all kinds of crap. And not to mention the government then had to assess, well, what are our losses going to be if we do regulate this? And yeah. And so these attempts were just lost. The attempts that resulted in negative results, however, they were easily passed and had far worse impacts than what was thought. And due to the lack of regulations to hold those companies accountable, the inability of action and the way things have just gone so far, I don't think there's a point of return for America. And this documentary definitely showed me it's not always the person's fault solely. It can be multifactorial, and honestly, I do feel bad for the children in this. But I do know they have some part to the weight gain, yes, but I rated this 4 stars out of 5. I do think it was interesting. And yeah.